welcome to the Reflection Show with me, Martha Inspires. In this episode, we want to talk about a young woman who has done so much for herself. She's an auditor. Many of us learned accounting or business in school, but we are afraid to go and chatter. But this woman has done so much for herself, and now she's starting a non-profit organizations which is touching lives and making sure that young people are assertive. Madam Asana Ziblila. She's doing so well. I would just, reserve the gist for she herself to tell us, because what she is doing, especially helping young people or startups to financially prepare their records, their documents, it's so amazing. So if you are an organization out there who is looking for someone to advise you financially on how to keep your books, on how to keep your records, this is the best woman that you need. And for me as a woman, I'm so happy because anytime you hear about auditors, you are thinking of a man, but we have a woman who is also an auditor. Let's take a breather. When we are back, we get to know more about her. Stay tuned. Growing up, it was so difficult finding answers to all the questions that bothered my young mind. As soon as I found my purpose and understood my mandate, I made it a mission to answer as many questions as possible, bothering young people. I have mentored, inspired, and helped young people unearth their potentials through the Martha Inspires Foundation. However, I feel it is time to bring the conversation much closer to you. We have you in mind, you the young person. With my team of experts, we bring to you the Reflection Show, a show that focuses on addressing issues young people face, helping them to unearth their potentials, and giving them nothing but the best avenues in helping them solve issues that they may face in their young age. Join me, Martha Inspires, every Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on Truth TV, the Reflection Show, restoring hopes. Welcome back from the break. I'm here with Madam Asana Ziblila. Thank you so much for joining me on the show.
Thank you for bringing me here.
All right, okay. First of all, what inspired you to be an auditor? Because most times when we hear about auditors, our focus is on male, or we see a lot of men in that field. But what inspired you to be an auditor?
Thank you so much, and thank you for having me again. Um, like Madam Martha said, I'm Masana Ziblila, and auditing or accounting all started from my SSS level, where I did accounting in Northern School of Business.
My school as well, Nobi School.
Oh, wow. Those days, Nobisco was like what we used to call it bone shaker.
Okay.
All wooden structure.
Yes.
It was just like that. We
Yes.
managed to go through. You had no option than to learn. I think that's all that I needed to do. My parents never taught me anything, no trade, nothing. So they just put you in school. They did very well. They were providing. So you couldn't have failed them.
Yes.
So we were there. And then I did accounting. I was in Blue C. I still remember my class.
Hey, let me tell you, I was in C class. I never knew.
Okay, I was in Blue C. So I did accounting. Those days, you just say you are doing accounting, and now they blend them with different things.
Yes.
They keep changing the courses. So from accounting, I went to, Alhamdulillah, straight from SSS, I managed to go to the university, which is UDS.
Okay.
So we started WA. We started integrated development studies.
Okay.
Then during our second year, they came with specialization. So I specialized in economics and entrepreneurship. Yeah. So during those times, we have different lecturers. They come. Some of them they talk to us about who a chartered accountant is, what entrepreneurship is. So during those days, it kind of inspired me to want to learn accounting, to want to go further. So when I completed UDS, that was 2010.
Wow.
Yes, that was a long time.
A very long time. I didn't want to tell you how old I was in
Yes.
2010. Wow.
So during my national service, I went to do my national service in Accra.
Okay.
I was staying with my uncle then. So national service, me, I'm inquisitive. I love to learn. I love to learn to do everything. Once I know you are doing something, it's not a competition. I don't compete with people. Yes, but sometimes I just want to learn. I want to get myself involved in doing something. So there was this, my friend, she was called Augustina. So I saw her holding books and I asked her, okay, what are you doing with this? She said, oh, that's ACCA account. And I said, oh, okay. I remember those days they used to talk about it. I will try. So I started writing ACCA during that time. It wasn't easy. I think I passed 1 or 2 papers during that. I left everything. Because combining, I was then staying with my uncle. He had lost his wife. May her soul rest in peace. So I was there helping him with the kids. So I have to leave everything. And then 2012, I got married. I couldn't get a job. So I was in the house. So I felt like, no, I can't just sit in the house doing nothing. So I decided to say, oh, my husband, I discussed with my husband. He said, oh, why don't you start CA? Since ACCA is quite expensive because you pay in euro.
Wow.
Yes. So I started with ICA. I think I started with their level 2 since I already had my master's before then.
Okay.
Fortunately, by 2012, I came back to UDS in Tamale here for my master's,
Wow.
which is business planning and microfinance development. Wow. Yeah. So after completion, still same story, no job. I was in the house, you know, women, you have to give birth 1 or 2. Sometimes you walk to some of the offices and they're like, hey, how many kids do you have? I remember I almost got a job with, is it Bewa Oil Company in Accra. That man, I think, I don't want to make a mistake, but he's from Tamale here. So he asked me, hey, how many kids do you have? I said 2. He said, how old are they? And I said, oh, the first one is 2.5. And the one I'm just nursing, she's about 6 months. He said, okay, I'll call you back. And that ended it. The man never called me.
So that has been barriers in your career because you have kids.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, they get to know that, oh, you're a woman, you have kids, and it's like, no, they can't employ you. Because the man started like, so this today, you go to the hospital, your baby is sick. Forgetting that if we don't produce them, who is going to take over the company?
Yeah.
Yes, and it's not as if we will not be productive. Women are actually very productive. Give them the opportunity. Yeah, so with some of these...
so like you finish that, so how long is it, to charter? Yes.
So it was during that time that I had the opportunity.
Okay.
Yeah, so by then I had written about 2 papers. I didn't get any of them. So when I got the opportunity to work with the man, I kept that one on hold. So since I didn't get the offer, going back to sit in the house was not an option for me. So I went back. Basically, it took me about 4 years.
Ooh.
Yes, because during all that time, I was giving birth, I was nursing. So once, like, I had a friend of mine who said, hey, as Watson, I've never seen her without pregnancy. She's always pregnant. And I said, yes, I'm using the time.
To have all your kids before you go back to the career field.
That is it. So CA is attainable.
Okay.
Yes. Even there are men there who are still struggling. I remember there are those, I was with them. Some of them just chatted recently.
Wow.
I chatted 2019.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So you just have to...
But how has the journey been? So after you chatted,
yeah,
what have you been doing? Like, how did the journey start for you?
Oh, okay. Yeah. So after I've chatted without a job, I decided to open a consultancy, A&F consultancy, where I was doing accounting, tax, auditing for people. So I remember those days, I'll walk to GRA offices to tell them, oh, to give them my card. Oh, this is what I do, I'm chartered and this. And some of them will say, oh, that's good, you've done well, we'll call you. And honestly, some of them called me. But the challenge that came with that was I didn't have a license to sign or certify their work. So once I'm done with the paperwork, I now have to rely on people that I know can certify the work for me. It has been a bit tedious.
But you are able to help any organization prepare their necessary legal documents, when
Yes.
it comes to taxes, when it comes to auditing, so that they do not find themselves wanting?
Yes, I'm able to do that because I had the opportunity of working with an auditing firm, Mensa and Co. Yes, I worked with them for about 6 months. That was before I went to do my master's.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So currently, where are you working?
Currently, I'm with Tamal Technical University as an internal auditor.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So once you charter, you can either go out and have your auditing firm, right?
Yes.
Or you can work in an institution.
Yes.
But with that, you cannot start. You can only work as an internal auditor.
Yes. I know. Apart from internal auditor, we have those who are also external auditors. That is the Ghana Audit Service. So they are external auditors. They
Okay.
come to audit the government's
Institutions. Okay.
Yes. So we in the internal services, we are just there to monitor the process and the procedures, the compliance, to make sure that management comply with the written down procedures.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now, after doing all that, you are venturing into non-profit.
Yes.
Why venturing into non-profit?
Yeah, like I said, I like learning. I love to help people. Yes. So it has always been a dream since after first degree. I remember we went to this community. UDS, they have something they call TTFP, third trimester.
That's the
program.
one you go to the field.
That's one, yes. So I remember we went to this village, German North. Yes. Looking at the work we did there, it kind of inspired me. Why don't I do something, reach out to other people, reach out to the vulnerable to see what I can do for them? Yes, so it has always been something I love to do. Yeah, and this dream, it has always been on my mind since 2010. But because of family, going to school, you needed to do this, you needed to do that. So it kind of limited me. So right now, I feel it's the right time, an opportunity for me to explore that aspect of my life.
Okay, let me take you back a bit before I come back to the non-profit. As an auditor, what are some of the challenges that have come your way? There could be a woman watching you today who is also motivated to, or who is probably even thinking about going into that field.
Yeah.
What are some of the challenges that you encountered, and how did you overcome them?
Yeah. For me, actually, most of the challenges in the auditing industry is, especially my current job, is the management to give you information. Sometimes, yes, you go there, when they give you a document, you are not supposed to, you can't just look at it and know that it's right or wrong. They have to provide you the necessary documents for you to go through to show, to ensure that they comply with what the rules and regulations, the procedures that govern that work.
Yeah.
So that you go there and they say today, tomorrow, today, tomorrow. That's just the hazard of it. But the other thing is, I am not the boss. We have the director and we have the deputy director. So we are just...
so not necessarily about your current work, but maybe in general as an auditor, or your journey to be, your journey to charter.
Yes.
What are some of the challenges that you encountered?
Yes.
Because you mentioned one early on, sometimes even about the job because you have kids and all that. But with the studying aspect and all that.
The studying aspect,
yes, so
my
just,
sister.
Yeah.
It has not been easy. I remember there are times, you are pregnant, you go to the class, everybody say, hey, pregnant woman, you're also here. I don't mind them, I'll get up and stand. There are times I used to close class at 9:30. I'm in Accra, I have to go back to Tema.
PM?
So, yes.
Hey.
I wasn't driving. I'll pick one trot till I get to the house around 10:30.
The lectures are usually in the evenings?
Yes, they're in the evenings. They start around 6:30 or 6 o'clock, and there are 3 hours, sessions. Yes. So 6, 7, 8, 9. You close at 9, and now you have to come out and look for a taxi, or you are fortunate to get somebody who will drop you somewhere,
halfway, then you
continue. It has not been easy. Anyone, so that's how come when you are a chartered accountant, people see you and say, hey, you've done well. Anyone who have tried it.
That's why you also charge us plenty. It's like you are angry with
No,
us.
no, we are not angry.
So
we
you
just
are
always
charging
want
us
to make sure
plenty.
that the work is done and is
But
valued.
you charge us plenty.
It's not the charging. I think they always want to give you quality work.
Quality work.
Yes.
Okay.
It has not been easy. There are times when you are going to charter, my brother or my sister, you can do it. It's attainable. But you just have to put your social life on hold. Yes. You can't. Hey, me, I didn't have any friend again.
How many courses, it's involved?
Yes. So it depends on the certificate you are using to enter. Yes. So some finish their secondary school, then they just go into
I heard even after senior high, you can charter.
Yes. So you just go and start everything all over. I think there are about 10 courses or so. I'm not sure. I've forgotten. Yes. But from my side, I had master's, I had first degree, and they're all in line with the courses. So I was given exemptions. Yes. So I needed to write 6 papers. Yes. Level 1, level 3. Okay. Sorry, level 2, level 3. And then level 2, I wrote about 4 papers. And then level 3, I wrote 3 papers. Yes.
Wow.
I remember one of the papers that was so difficult for me was management accounting. And then financial reporting.
Management accounting. I think like it's almost everywhere because my MBA too, I did management accounting.
Okay.
I think it's, but maybe it may not be higher like. Yeah.
I think with this people, once you know that you get 50%, just know that you did nail the paper.
50%, you have nailed it.
Yes, and that is the pass mark. Yes, that's the pass mark. I wrote management accounting. So
if you get below, if you get 49, you have failed.
Yes, you have failed.
Then they are like UCC.
I remember the last paper, I should have even checked that in 2019 May, but I wrote FM.
FM is what?
FM is, sorry, the name keep going away. They have actually changed the syllabus.
Okay. Yes. Maybe when it comes later.
Yeah, I'll talk about it. I wrote FM and I got it 49.
That's fail.
That's fail. The way I wept.
They couldn't add you 1 mark to pass.
For where? They won't. So,
wow.
And unfortunately for me, when they change the syllabus every 5 years.
Okay.
Yeah, so the next sitting, they needed to change it. So I have to write a different paper. Yeah. So fortunately, I was nursing. My baby was just 3 months. I sat at home and then I read and was able to go through. I went for interventions. Yes. When you are writing CA, you have to forget of everything. Friends, your weekend. You don't have weekends to yourself. Yes. And you have to learn. You have to really learn.
Calculations.
Apart the calculation, we have written subjects. Yes. Because we have to do analysis.
Okay.
Yes. Maybe the financial reporting like this. After you have calculated, what does it mean? Maybe you have calculated ratios. What does it mean? When you say, ratio, like we have, you have calculated an
interest. It's like giving a report on everything that you've calculated. And at the end of your auditing, checking this thing, you're supposed to write a report on what you've seen.
Because just like some people, they don't have any knowledge on it.
Okay.
So you have to calculate and analyze to the person.
So they can easily read and understand
what the whole calculation is about.
Okay.
Yes.
But did you have challenges in, yes, of course, financial challenges will come in. I'm told the school fees is so high.
It's very high, especially now. Fortunately, I had a very supportive husband. Yes, he was actually doing the fee paying.
Wow.
He was actually anchoring. As for that, I always give thumbs
to the
up
men.
to him.
Thank you.
Yes, he really did so well.
Yeah.
He's still very supportive, honestly. You can't have the 100%. There are other parts too that are terrible.
So now we understand that being a chartered accountant is tough, just like any other course. People will tell you that medicine is tough. People will tell you that all that tough. But let's look at the benefits of being a chartered accountant and the benefits of having, you in institutions.
Okay.
What does it do? Like, what is the objective? Why should people have internal auditors, or why should people even audit in the first place? Because at the end of the financial year, every organization is expected to get audited.
Yes.
What are the benefits, and why should we get audited?
Yes. So let me start from the benefits of being a chartered accountant. Once you learn, you come to appreciate the whole course. You come to appreciate whatever you are doing, because it's not just about accounting. We have environmental impact on it. We have green environment. Yes, it's all part of the accounting. We do them. Yes, so we go to, we have companies, and then when you're auditing them, you go into their financial reports, especially the oil companies, to find out what are the green, we call them green report, or what are they complying with it? What are they doing about it? After they finish exploring the land, are they able to restore the land? Yeah. So all those things are part. And then secondly, too, it opens your mind to a whole lot of things. And for a business person, I don't need to even talk about it. Yes, you understand what you are doing. Nobody can manipulate you. I mean, you get to understand all diverse of life. Let me say it's all inclusive. Yes, it's all inclusive. So let me delve into being an importance of internal auditor. Yes, every organization needs an internal auditor. Being that when you have an internal auditor, he or she helps you to make sure that you comply. All work you are done are being audited. It's not just, so people look at auditing as a negative aspect. So sometimes I remember when I go to when they ask me to audit something.
It's like we fear you people. You always want to look for mistakes for us.
Thank you. That's what he said. All the time when you come. And I said, look, I'm not looking for a mistake. Who will query you? Nobody will query you. I don't do anything. Oh, but once I'm working, I know that this is not done. I have to call you and say, oh, you brought this document to me. What did you use in preparing it? So give me the other documents. That shows that you really bought these things. Or that shows that this is the amount.
Receipts and then invoices and all that.
Yes. And then sometimes we have procurement, we have procurement, ways of procuring items. So sometimes they'll buy items, you send it to how did you buy this thing? They'll like, what? And I said, no.
Really explain.
Yes.
But don't you think, because maybe some of them may not necessarily have structures, maybe they may not have a working procurement policies?
There are working procurement policies. Every organization have, unless they're small organizations. Yes, because government even have procurement policies.
That they give to their institutions.
Yes, that they give to them, that you need to follow in procuring everything. They have a limit to which the VC can authorize. Yes. Yes. So maybe you come with a document, realize that it's beyond that. Forget if we come to you and say, oh, do this and do that. Don't forget that external auditors will also come in and audit. So when they come
they'll be like, who was your internal auditor? Who didn't check this?
Yes. So it's kind of an insult to us because we are all in the field. We all have the same certificates. But sometimes once you are with them, they don't mind you. But the external auditors, they know when they don't do the right thing, they'll publish their names. Yes. So auditors are not there to find faults. We're just there to make sure that things are done properly.
So I want us to take a break. When we are back, I want us to basically look at some of the mistakes you have realized that we make to avoid. Let's take a break. We'll be right back. Growing up, it was so difficult finding answers to all the questions that bothered my young mind. As soon as I found my purpose and understood my mandate, I made it a mission to answer as many questions as possible, bothering young people. I have mentored, inspired, and helped young people unearth their potentials through the Martha Inspires Foundation. However, I feel it is time to bring the conversation much closer to you. We have you in mind, you the young person. With my team of experts, we bring to you the Reflection Show, a show that focuses on addressing issues young people face, helping them to unearth their potentials, and giving them nothing but the best avenues in helping them solve issues that they may face in their young age. Join me, Martha Inspires, every Thursday and Saturday at 8:30 p.m. on Truth TV, the reflection show restoring hopes. Welcome back from the break. I believe that after this episode, you would either have an interest to go and be an auditor, or you would understand that as a business, whether small or medium or big, whatever business, you need to be able to make sure that your reports are done appropriately, and then you do not fear auditors. Last week we had auditors visiting us, and this year they've done well. They didn't give us pressure. Last year, when we heard auditors were coming, our hearts were beating. But this year, they've done well for us. So, what are some of the mistakes that you see us make when you go, to the finance officers or accountants or finance management, when you go to audit them, whether internally or you are going as an external auditor, mistakes you see and how we can avoid them?
Yes, from what I have learned so far, I think usually we most people overlook them, and others too don't really understand it, and some too they don't take their time to learn the things they need to produce.
Okay.
For auditors. Yes. So you are going to procure something, auditors will come and audit you. So you find out, oh, I'm going to buy this. What and what do I need to? Or you take receipts, to govern yourself. So most people, the mistake is they don't take their receipt, they don't take their time, and others too is negligence. Others too, they don't just care.
Hey.
Yes. You like, what will they do? Especially for the government institutions. Yes, they don't care. When you come, it is the office you hold responsible, not an individual. So more people are careful when they are individual. Because at the end of the day, I'm the always affected. But when it comes to the public institution, it's the office.
So receipts, invoices, and how about filing? Do you think people are also not
very? Yes, people don't file, but it's very, very important. Unless audits I'm doing currently with my deputy director, which is about audit committee systems, how effective they are, and how efficiently they carry out their yes. And some of the findings, most of the findings are they don't have file location, they don't file their documents, and most of them don't even have hard copies. Yes, of the document.
So even if you receive a receipt in a soft copy, you're supposed to print it.
Yes. Okay. The machine can spoil.
Yes, at any time.
The hard drive can get destroyed. Even the hard copy can get destroyed. So in which other way? Just have
two. Yes.
Two. Yes. So most of them don't do that. It's a public institution. That's like I've said. At the end of the day, what will we do about it?
You can't take anyone responsible. Even if the person resigns, it's still the office you are going to be.
Why will the person resign and go? Yeah. Government institutions, my sister.
Wow. Wow. Yes. Wow. Now let's look at some of the high successes that has helped organizations through auditors. Is there one story that probably do you think that let me break it down. Do you think that in auditing, people have been able to do the right thing and provided transparency and reduce corruption and all that?
A lot. Especially the Makola women. Okay. Especially with the Makola women. I remember those days we went to do some audits for this Makola woman. So, most of them, they are inside. They have, the market, they have big, smaller stores, then they have their warehouse somewhere. Then they have the sales girl, they count and bring the money to you. And sometimes you get one person selling the thing, taking the money at the same time. Yes. So they don't even have authorization. Sometimes they will have the system there right. They have computer, they have keyed in everything. You bring it, you show it. But yes, people will still have a way of what? Stealing the money, going behind and taking the money.
Wow.
Yes. So there's this particular client, I went there, it was a long time ago. Apart from that time, I think this current work I'm actually doing, I used to follow them. So it's a cosmetic shop. Cosmetics involve a lot of money.
Yeah.
And people are always trooping in. So there was this guy who was always there. They would sell. The woman, sometimes when they even still, she wouldn't even realize it. Yes. Oh, no. They wouldn't know. Maybe at the end of the day, they can sell like 20 to 30,000
a day.
A day. And the person will decide to packet 1,000, 2,000.
She won't know.
She won't know because the profit.
She's getting a lot of money.
Yes.
And because it's not even a lot of money, like stealing.
Yes.
So if you are getting 30,000 a day and they are stealing just 1,000,
2,000, you will know.
Yeah,
So
but
when
some can be very keen, but maybe
yeah,
they may not be so literate to pay so attention to those
yes,
things.
yes, and you can't even realize it because you are there and you are taking their money. You are there and you are taking their money. So I went to do an audit there. So the number of things they counted, then they realized that, oh, this was supposed to this, and you are selling this at this amount. So at the end of the day, we have to get this. Then they went to this item, they calculated it, this item, they realized, but you are the one who is in front, you are the one who is taking the money, what happened to it? But as an individual, you wouldn't know. So it's only an auditor who can come and identify some of these things.
Wow. Then this one day you are more like detectives. You're able to go and calculate all that and know how
yes,
much
like,
is...
yeah, stock taking too is part of it.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So even with should I say local business women and men, they can also have your services as auditors.
Yes. Yes.
Not very organized institutions.
Yes. So when we come there, we'll help you to organize. We'll help you to even educate you on how to organize, how to file, how to deal with your customers, how to deal with GRA. Yes. Now people are charging a little. They know that some of our friends, let me put it that way, they're not willing to pay high. They don't really understand it.
Yes.
But those who understand and they know the value of it, they don't mind paying higher price for it because they know what they are getting.
Okay. I want us to move to the non-profit, but just in conclusion, give us everything about auditing and everything people should know when it comes to auditing and who an auditor should be.
Okay. Auditing basically is about ensuring that institutions or wherever you work, they comply with procedures.
Okay.
Yes, they comply with the procedures they comply. Let me just put it all in
legal
procedures.
procedures.
Yeah, legal procedures regarding whatever you are doing. Because if I say providing a specific thing, no, it varies. Yes, it varies. Every institution and its procedures.
Okay.
Yes, just to ensure that whatever you are doing is in line, it complies with the procedures. Yes, and then as an auditor basically is just somebody who is there to ensure that whatever you are doing complies.
Yeah.
Because one person cannot do all. Yeah, so we need to segregate the work. You are financial accountant, you are working, you can't check yourself. So you need somebody to help you check the work. That's it.
Okay. Moving on to your NGO, tell us about it, what you want to do to impact young people.
Okay. Oh, thank you. The NGO is so, I'm so passionate about it.
What is it called?
It's called CAID.
Okay.
Community Action for Inclusive Development. Yes. So, Community Action for Inclusive Development basically is about trying to help the vulnerable, educate, empower, yes, and bring development.
So where are your catchment areas in the northern region, if you can take us through that?
Well, the 3 northern regions.
Okay, 5 northern regions now.
Oh, okay. 5 northern regions. Thank you for the correction. And then I have 4 principles that I actually looking at. That is environment and development. I have economic empowerment, rural development and social protection. Then I have WASH.
Okay.
Water, sanitation and hygiene, peace and security. But my focus is on the youth.
Okay.
On the youth and then kids, especially kids. I love kids a lot. And the youth, looking at how some of them are wasting their lives, how some of them are wasting their time on social media. It's actually disheartening. So it's my prayer that I can reach out to those people
Yeah.
so that we can engage them. There are a lot of things we can do. I remember there was a TikTok a friend of mine were watching in the office, and the girl was like, ah, that being on TikTok is better than going to the university.
Really?
Yes.
Being on
TikTok
TikTok
is
is
better
than
than
going to the university.
after university, there's no work. She's sitting down. But being on TikTok, they are dancing, putting all sort of silly things, and they are being paid. And then I don't know whether you're aware of this. China, they don't allow anything on their TikTok.
Yes, I'm told. I'm told every country
Yes.
has the way their TikTok is structured.
Yes.
And the kind of content that appears.
Yes.
On their TikTok.
Yes. But Africa here, so it's a way of diverting us. It's a way of diverting our youth. Yes, from thinking alike like them. It's a way of diverting us.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you see the way, especially the young ladies, and the way people are now popping up their breasts, their structures, and they think that is life. So imagine you watch some of these things, and the next day, just a 20-year-old girl or 25, you go and put in
those
these
things.
In the next 20 years, how would you look like?
Yeah.
Would you be able to even continue the maintenance?
Yeah.
So
what are some of the measures your organization is looking at reaching out to these young people?
So we are looking at organizing workshops, meeting them individually, organizing them at their workplaces, and then trying to educate them.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Because I feel that sometimes in northern region, we are told that there are a lot of NGOs already existing. Yeah. And these things, keep happening. And sometimes when you hear these things as even somebody who is already in the space, it can be disheartening.
Yeah.
Why it makes it look like I'm not doing anything right. I'm not doing well. That is why these issues. These days I keep hearing of the stories on Red. There's something called Red. I think
Red Stop.
Yes, yes.
Stop drug abuse.
Yes, but the name of the drug, people call it Red.
Red. Yeah.
It is, I think it kind of replacing tramadol now, because we said so much about tramadol, and I think it was from it was the marijuana and all those things, shisha. These days I don't even hear a lot about shisha, and to tramadol. Then now we are at Red.
Yeah.
Apart from those things and advocacy, what do you think we can do more?
Yeah. So apart from, I think people are doing a lot. You've done very well. For me, even reaching out to one person and making one person change, you have changed the person's generation.
Yeah.
So you've done a lot. So we're not looking at those you are not able to help, but looking at what you've also done. There are others you've actually touched, and others you've actually impacted.
Yeah.
Yes. So me personally, I'm looking at how we are going to reduce how the youth go on social media.
Okay.
What are the alternatives we can give to them instead of all the time being on social media? Yes, I think it will help reduce it a lot.
Social media,
it puts a lot of pressure on us, even we adults. If you don't understand yourself, if you don't, read. So I think the young generation, they should do more reading.
Okay.
Yes, to understand yourself. Social media is good. It has helped a lot of people. There are even some online courses. I just sit down and I've learned on YouTube myself. Like Excel, there was something I needed to learn. I just went to Excel, YouTube, typed it, and I'll be able to get the basis of what I need. I didn't need to go to class. I didn't need to call somebody. So it's actually good, but the way we are using it now.
Do you think that parents also play a role in not helping children to stay away from social media?
Yes. Parents play a
And how
big
can
role.
we manage that, or how can we avoid that?
Yes. Parents will give smartphones to their kids as early as, let me say, from class 3, class 2. Me, my kids, when you see me, when I see my phone with you, I'll just snatch it and beat
you. You snatch it?
Yes. I'll take it away from them. When they just pick it, the next thing that they are going to short. I don't even know what these shorts are. They'll go and see some white man wearing some things, then they'll be coughing things down. You don't even know what they are doing with that. And I don't even know where they learned them from. So I think there was this story I read about the owner of Facebook.
Mark
And
Zuckerberg.
yes, he will not give smartphone to his child until the child is after 10 years or 7 years.
Well, maybe 17 years. Yeah.
Yeah,
Not 7 years.
I'm not
Yeah.
so. I think I was listening to one
So they
man
have
preaching.
some time that they give smartphones.
Yes, even him who understand the media. He understand all what is happening. He wouldn't even give his a smartphone to his kid. Then me, what do I have? What do I even understand the whole?
But some
media
parents
thing?
may be like they may not stay at home all the time, so the smartphone is just to help the kids, get distracted or call them when necessary.
You can give a young phone to your child. Young phone is there. Please, parents, let's not overemphasize these things like you're trying to pamper your kids. Look at what our parents did, and we haven't done bad ourselves, though dynamics have changed. But we should still put the values in them. Giving smartphone to your child doesn't mean your child would grow to be better. And I've seen that some parents, like now, even their kids will come back, leave their books, their kids will come back, do this. They don't even let their kids do anything. They'll get somebody who will come and do everything. Me, no. I have somebody who helps me at home.
Yeah.
But my child, I'll make them sweep.
Yeah.
Even the youngest are 5 years. When they put something out, I'll make sure you sweep.
Yeah.
Even if you don't do it properly, at least
so you are
tried.
training them from the beginning.
Yes,
so
at least you've tried.
So parental training and all
yes,
that.
At least you've tried.
Okay.
Smartphone are not the only things that can educate your kids.
Okay.
You can take them out they can go to library. You can buy them books. I mean, you can send them to playgrounds. Yes. And nowadays, parents just keep, isolating their kids from other kids. I don't know where all that is coming from. It's serious.
So give us your final words on anything, any advice, anything you want to tell us.
Okay. My final word is, as a woman or as a young lady, please, the world is evolving and you need to embrace yourself. You need to learn. Look, pick anything, learn it. For me, I've done catering before. I have catering certificates.
Wow.
Yes, though I didn't use it. My younger sister came to stay with me because of that. She learned how to do fried rice very well. And she even opened a restaurant. She's a nurse.
Wow.
Yes. But for me, because of the kids, I couldn't just venture into anything of that nature. Yes. Please, let's keep learning. Let's keep learning. And you can reach out to me.
Yeah, you can give your contact details out.
Oh, okay. You can reach out to me through my phone number, which is 024 808 7314. I'm always available.
Okay. She's always available. If you want her to help you go through your books or do anything, please try as much as possible to reach out to her. And it will help you. It will help you greatly, because when auditors catch you, your BP would rise. Your BP would rise. It's been great having Madam Asana Zebila on the show, taking us through everything, all the thing, and telling us about her organization as well. If you are in Tamale especially, do well to reach out to her. She's at the Tamale Technical University. The students out there, if you want to be like her, reach out to her. She can, of course, get you mentored. Thank you so much for watching this episode. I am Martha. See you next week. Have a good day.